911 emergency.
What is up guys, it's Jordan here and welcome back to a brand new video, and oh my god, does that trailer look incredible. If you don't know what that is the new game Ready or Not that was just announced literally a couple of days ago for release in 2018, and essentially it looks like it could be a spiritual successor to SWAT 4 and also more in line with like the classic Rainbow Six games, like the ones way before Vegas, the original Rainbow Six games if you guys have played those or remember those. And this is awesome because if you guys have never played SWAT 4, you need to play SWAT 4. Like in the background you're seeing some footage from it. It is an older game now, but it's one of those games that's old but gold. It's honestly amazing and this game looks incredible. Ready or Not 2018. So you may be wondering why I'm covering this game, and that is because I am a huge fan of tactical shooters, and like I said in the Ghost Recon video, there aren't many of them out, or there haven't been many that have come out recently, especially not like the classics like SWAT 4 and the classic Rainbow Sixes. So this game I really want to push and hopefully bring some more awareness to it because it looks amazing. So we're going to go over the details in this video and hopefully get you guys a bit excited about it as well, because I am so excited for this game. Now unfortunately there are not a whole lot of details about this game just yet, but I wanted to cover what there is. So the first thing is Ready or Not supports 8-player in co-op. It has a single player mode that gives you full control of AI driven squad, and it also supports a PvP mode, but there aren't any details about the PvP mode just yet. So we don't know how many people it's going to be, but I would imagine it would be 4v4 or 5v5 or something like that. That's going to be a tactical type based gameplay. So this game's been in development since June 2016 and already has quite a lot of the features planned, finished or almost finished, and we're going to go over some of them right now that's been already announced. So the first thing is an incremental lean system. It says our most prominent feature involves the player's ability to maneuver around obstacles, opening up infinite possibilities regarding tactical positions. Players can duck under low cover to avoid oncoming fire, or peek above higher cover in order to spot and return fire upon the enemies. The assigned keys can be tapped in order to peek. On top of this, we also have a classic quick lean system in many shooters. So the way I'm going to gauge this is it's going to be similar to Arma 3 style of leaning system, where you can sort of change positions in increments. So instead of crouch, standing up or prone, you've kind of got different levels where you've got standing up, you've got peeking high up, you've got sort of half crouched, half standing, crouched, and then you've got sort of like low crouch and then lying down, and you can also sort of roll to the sides and lean out to the left and right in certain increments as well. The next feature is Incremental Door Control System. This gameplay feature allows for doors of multiple types such as sliding, swinging and revolving doors to be manipulated by the mouse wheel at any time, provided the door is unlocked. Players can interact and incrementally move them. So again, very cool, something that the classic games used to have, so it's not like groundbreaking, but it's cool to see a game in 2018 including these kinds of features, because all this sort of stuff has just been dropped in recent years. Even Rainbow Six Siege doesn't have proper doors. Like apparently the houses is you can't close doors in Siege, you just have to put the barriers up because they can't afford proper doors. I don't know. Okay, so we've got modular speed control. Our final mouse wheel-based feature involves the control of the player's speed by scrolling up or down. This allows for precise movement in close quarters environment, which may mean the difference between life and death in a hostile situation. This of course can be rebound to suit our users' needs. So again, that sounds really cool. It just allows you to completely customize at what speed you want to move. So instead of just the basic walk, run and sprint, you can sort of do it in increments, which is really cool. I'm looking forward to that as well because that's something new. I haven't seen that in a game before, so that'll be interesting to see how that comes across in gameplay. Simulated and detailed third-person inventory. In a real-life situation, each item has its own place in the loadout. We wanted to ensure this level of replication, so we included detailed amazing animations and systems which show your teammates exactly what you're doing. Magazines, grenades and items are all retrieved and returned to their specific pouches, with the pouch flaps opening and closing in synchronicity with the player's reload or draws. So this is something I have never seen as well. This is incredible levels of detail if it comes through. I know there's already going to be some people saying it's too much, and it could well be. This could just be massively hyped up. They're claiming these features are already done, but hopefully if they come through, this is going to be an insane level of character detail which has not been seen in a game to the best of my knowledge before. Convex collision armor allowing for precise protection. Armor collision in Ready or Not is calculated based on the mesh coverage on our player, allowing for accurate levels of realistic ballistic protection. So in English that basically means awesome hitboxes, unlike some games I can think of. Projectile dynamics, bullet penetrate, ricochet and deteriorate. Rounds have realistic range, drag and tumble velocity. Calibers and ammunition types affect how far and well the projectiles penetrate and exit. All rounds have the ability to ricochet based on surface materials and angle of impact, and deflection has recently been included as a feature. Less than lethal rounds will unlikely to penetrate but can sometimes still kill depending on proximity and impact area. To be honest, some of these features here are in games nowadays. I believe Battlefield 4 has a lot of ricochet and all sorts of things, as well as obviously deterioration of cover and things like that. So that's awesome, but it's still going to be cool to have that in the game. It just adds to the level of realism. This game looks like it could be hyper realistic if it does all come through as it's been announced. Responsive damage system and effects. If a player is shot in the legs, movement is slowed down based on the level of damage. Arm damage will decrease accuracy and increase draw times. Head damage, provided it is survived, can intermittently haze the player's vision. This is always shown via a passive indicator at the bottom of the screen. So this looks like it is straight out of Armor, to be honest. I believe Armor has all of those features. I'm just trying to draw some comparisons. I'm not trying to say that this game's going to be like Armor or SWAT 4. It could be like, it could be its own thing, but I just like to draw comparisons to make it easier to sort of explain everything. But if you guys have played Armor, you'll know this system very well of, getting shot in the legs, you can't walk properly, or if you get shot in the arm, your aim's all over the place, and I believe it even has the haze if you get shot in the head, or maybe, I'm pretty sure Armor does have that, or maybe that might be part of a mod that I have actually, now I think about it. Visceral gore. Deaths need to be impactful to the end user and we're committed to providing an experience like no other. If characters in the game are hit, parallax bullet holes spawn on flesh and blood will then seep out into surrounding fabrics. A gory bullet hole also becomes an emitter, as individuals who knock their wounds onto objects create a small splatter based on bone velocity. In the future, we plan to implement an entirely bodily destruction system. Now, I have no idea about that last part. I don't know if that means like you can blow bits of body parts off or something. I don't know. Bodily destruction system is very vague. I don't know if it just means like a hyper realistic sort of simulation of where you can get shot, or if it literally means you can blow people up like in other gory games or like Gears of War or whatever. There's not much need to explain about that. It just simply means they're taking gore very seriously. So like in Siege, if you down someone, they crawl away, you can sort of follow the trail of blood if you want to find them. I guess they're kind of going for the same thing with the whole bullet holes can seep blood into different objects if you walk into them. Different way of handling it, very cool. Again, we'll see how it is when the game comes out. Highly detailed weapons, characters and environments. As seen in our gallery and teaser, Ready or Not's assets aren't camera shy. A realistic and high detail representation of all assets is necessary in immersing the player in our world. Weapon edges are smooth and seamless, environmental detail is minute. Something that's definitely going to be very important to making the game as immersive and as realistic as they're claiming, so I am definitely looking forward to seeing how the graphics come out, and more importantly how well it's going to run on a machine, because graphics are great and all, but you also need to optimize. There's nothing worse than a beautiful game that just runs terribly. Massive selection of items. As of the pre-alpha, we currently have over 30 plus items in total, with plans to greatly expand this selection monthly. Concerns may arise over balancing issues, but each item will have its place and value considered in order to avoid having duplicate functionality. functionality. These items include weapons, devices, grenades, and deployable items, and then it says in brackets, read items that can be selected in our planning phase. Again, this looks a lot like SWAT 4. You might see in the gameplay in the background, but obviously before you start you can choose your items. Very cool to see that they're going to be adding it monthly, so hopefully even after the game launches they're going to be supporting it with lots of updates of new items and things, as well as maps and game modes hopefully, depending on how they handle multiplayer. We will see when that comes out. Fully supported competitive service based on Amazon GameLift API. Ready or Not features a fully competitive set of game modes to test your mantle against other squads in PvP. I guess that's a typo. I think that's meant to say metal, but it says mantle for some reason. However, players can still host listen servers and play with custom game rules. Very excited to see they're taking competitively seriously, because these kind of games need competitive. It's exactly what I was saying in the Ghost Recon video earlier about competitive games needing some form of competitive ranked system to keep players engaged. So awesome to see that they're going to be implementing that, and plans to support competitive play, which I'm pretty sure they've just discussed, but there's another point on it. Create a squad with up to 10 friends for PvP and co-op. Work as small groups to reap squad rewards and complete in yearly leaderboard competitions to earn unique skins. That sounds exactly like the Siege charms, which I'm pretty hyped about, to be honest. A passive point score system allows players to work together to level and earn more squad points, opening up options in a mission's planning phase. Basically what I just said before, very exciting that they're implementing a rank system with rewards, something that I'm definitely going to play and cover when it comes out. And then we have the final point here, which is tactical analysis. All missions begin with a tactical analysis and planning phase, currently allowing teams to shut off power grids, blockade entrances, create or choose new entry points, and spawn unique devices including ballistic shields, heavy rams, and telescopic ladders. So that looks awesome as well. That reminds me of the very classic Rainbow Six Sieges, where you can sort of choose where you insert. I know you kind of have that in Siege as well, but like the classic Rainbow Six games had a lot more tactical planning before you started, where you could choose squad mates and their equipment and all that. And I do want to say again, I apologize if I'm annoying you by comparing this to Siege and all these other games. The main thing for me is I hope this is a spiritual successor to SWAT 4, because SWAT 4 is amazing, but I also like that they are implementing other things that modern games have. It's not just going to be like SWAT 4 with new graphics, it's kind of taking the best of all these different games and putting them into one, and if they do it right, this could be an absolutely incredible game. But anyway, I hope after this video you guys are a little bit excited about this game. I will definitely be covering this more on my channel as I find out more details, because it just looks awesome. I will be playing it a ton when it comes out, and I'm going to try and get access to the alpha as well. So I will try and see what other information I can get. But if you guys did enjoy this video, it would be awesome if you smacked a like and subscribe for some more awesome content. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.